Mistaken. We have cause to visit a place not far from here.
We might kill two birds with one stone, or focus on our current objective. Both choices have merit.
Huzzah! We must inform Captain Brant at once.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge the number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience, should you continue to display such valor. The day will soon come when Disa can no longer... And it slips my mind. Pray, take this.
I just knew you'd see it done. After...
As a reward for your you will, of course, require raiment befit... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the city. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen... Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some day... When he learnt of your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured it. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract... I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray.
So the agent...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are... Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crownflowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your Majesty venture to Vermont's east. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided, and so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an... Here. Take care. You might... The masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Where's...
Oh, sir, pray excuse my boldness. Might I beg a moment of your... My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll... Oh, thank you, sir. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Over here!
Someone talked about this.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We should... Remain here.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
So, you've come.
have you come to release me from this jail? Who? Aha! Then we are presented with 3. Or, Jesus arisen, have you proof that you are arisen? They say the arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time, and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demand. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place exists. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this. Come along. Come along.
At last. 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me, mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld.
Wasn't there aught we had to deliver to someone hereabouts?
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
That's just what I was thinking.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? You do not possess it. I see. If you've deposited it somewhere, might else if you've lost it, mayhap it's been... 'Tis a curious shop, where all manner of useless trinkets may be found. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the... There is much we ought to tend to. It seems Magistrate Wardor mayhap it would be prudent. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray.
A resounding success.
That was hard. Hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber.
What will our next adventure have in store for us, I wonder? Here already, are we?
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... masquerades being as they are, you will... Much is made of appearances at such gatherings. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Aught shall change once we have attended. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparations are complete. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Masquerades being as they are, much is made of... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work...
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attended a palace masquerade. We're off to Burnworth Palace, then. Horns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Twas an eventful journey. We shall await you here, Master. May our parting be brief.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade hall.
Surely someone will ask me to dance ere long.
My sword arm could use some
Our
work.
first sovereign in decades. At last, we will see the end of the age of proxies.
I suppose I avail myself of the victory.
My sword arm could use some work.
The only place I can find peace.
It would seem our sovereign has recovered enough to walk. Word reached my ear that he would be attending, though I've yet to espy him.
No doubt he must first be...
So, tell me more of this ox cart.
Another fancy party hosted by the wizard.
It turned from the high road.
No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to...
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going. 'Twouldn't do to... Another ale can't make my...
What brings you here?
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me. Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all we
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground. Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me. Come see me in my bordlery. I'll instruct my attendants to send you...
Whatever am I to do?
What you say? I take pride in myself. And rightly so.
Clientele just isn't what it used to be.
I am the cream of the crop. I like to come here when I need a moment to think.
This work's dreadful dull. Like it.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
This isn't much to go on.
Best make haste, else I'll be at this all
Always say It's on me to bear what younger shows.
Best make haste, else I'll be at this all night. Let me think on this a moment.
Good to see you, Master. Shall we visit the manor as the maid bid?
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector, if only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned, and 'twould wound my pride to have... If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider... The man's home is located in Bakbatar. You need only tell...
I say we speak with anyone and everyone who springs to mind. You never know what sort of useful tidbits we might turn up. Good. We're here.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana! Would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master,
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid!
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is... but the pound of cure. Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Here already, are we?
Peril on the roads.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her, even were he to be removed. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import. And yet, pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well.
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phases fellow are all working together. Quite the sordid trio, eh?
How very peculiar.
It was an eventful journey. but we made it here all right.
Ale would taste twice as fine here.
Suppose I'd best be heading home.
Wish someone had put me...
One never...
I know.
Hi, Arisen. I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. Hmm? You wanted to ask me a favor this time? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit... All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at...
Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Sebastian? Say no more, Master. I know just where to find this person, and will guide you there post-haste.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words... You've my gratitude. If the way forward is shrouded to you, 'tis lovely to see you.
This way, if you please.
He's doing about a dozen things at once.
Quite the predicament.
Still looking? Well, you'll know how...
Look, young master.
Indeed. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if...
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melv's. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your prep...
This is quite a quandary. What's going on?
You know, the roads around Melv are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot.
The lands around Melv are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certainly... Now, I really must be going.
Take care, young man.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable...
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
As I understand.
The false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and investigate him? I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
What to make of this?
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost. If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
As you say. A forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall...
Goblins, master!
I suppose I'll handle this. Not good enough!
Do not test me. I was not prepared.
Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Now there's a thought.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry. Over here!
Not of a mind to fight today, Arisen.
Little does our foe realize how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
I knew it.
I appreciate it. Take this, with my thanks.
Let me get that.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. I'll make them pay for it. You might join the fight yourself.
I like that.
I threw the short stick this time.
Stepping stools need not speak.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Might I be of assistance? In relation to that, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Leave a thief unchecked, and we'll soon find daggers in our backs.
We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
I will finish this here and now. Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen. Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be... Right. Just follow me.
One might confidently...
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen! I'll put an end to this Roadmaster!
Faster! Watch out! I'll have to make use of current till a mage comes out ranks.
On my little blade, I nearly forgot to mention. If we strike hard enough, we might not have to do this twice.
I shall lead the charge!
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
I don't much fancy narrow spaces.
We ought to hasten our steps, lest we find ourselves trapped.
You there! Are you looking to... You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
I fear I've not useful...
What could yon chest be hiding? I must... No.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
What brings you here?
Here to ask aught of me, I...
Is that who I think it is?
Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day.
So you say, but you wagered against our visitor, did you not?
And I'd do it again. Just look at that fool's face.
What brings you here?
Aught you need of me?
Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? In my line of business, patience is key. Do come again.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch.
What do you want?
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But
'Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear 'twill remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned. How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
Don't bring trouble to my door, you hear?
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our... If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in this to begin with. Those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential apt. Of course, you are no exception. Which is to say, you have my...
Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
You're curious what I know of you? Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see. And your title, you're the second arisen to come to Vermont. And you've allied your... In response, she's... Oops. I don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a...
Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
Beg pardon? Why would you ask, sir? A letter? Oh, brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on. So naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
You're gathering grimoires, eh? My lord told me. I happen to be in possession of the Veiled Tome, Owl in Blizzard. I'd even be willing to part with it. If you'd be willing to trade me Fulminous Shield, the magic Aegis for it, that is. What say you? Oh dear. Still haven't found it? Then I'm afraid I'll have...
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Never seen you about. You the outsider? Oh, look, come on. Follow me. I've some...
Whatever it is, I'll thank you to leave me out of it.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? I shall do as you say.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way?
Well met, sir. How might I be?
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I... You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, but don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your... Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Know what I mean? I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me...
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that? These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Very well. I shall return.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Is there aught else you care to ask? If aught about our humble village seems straight, for 'tis here that to begin with. Of course, you are no exception, which is to say... Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
Don't bring trouble to...
Can't say I've any tidings to share. Can't say I've any tidings to share.
I'm in no mood for... Whatever it is, I'll thank you to leave me out of it. I'm in no mood for a...
How goes it? Have you found Fulminous shield? Oh dear. Still haven't found it?
Well met, sir. How might I be of...
I've not got food atwixt my teeth. Got something for me? Yeah? What it...
I've things to do...
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a... Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
This is the inn. We've room to spare, of course. Nothing's free in this world. I shan't let circumstance dictate my prices. Do stop by again. What's all
this about?
Fancy a look at my wares?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here. You'd best go elsewhere. There's no business to be had here.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Scared the life out of me.
We've met no foes for some time. We shall remain here.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi. Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you the situation. His real name is Dara. He was one of us once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of... That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Look, anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that that's all you wanted to ask. For all this, Dara was in line to become the next, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time.
This won't do.
I've not got food atwixt my teeth, had I?
Not half bad.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Well met, sir. How time to be ready.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Dara. That man isn't associate. In fact, if e'er you should meet him, pray inform him that he is no longer welcome. Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives here. As you like, sir.
Aught you need of me?
Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brant will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. I expect Captain Brant will want to hear of this. Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
This is... Of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Shall we get some rest then? Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go, then.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
We've explored this place before, or hadn't you noticed?
Remarkable how the route taken can alter one's perception of a place.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
What say we mark it in our minds as a place of interest?
Would
you care to behold a forgotten rift stone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far.
We fight! Was most effective!
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Nothing to rush to you, Dave.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it perch...
Is there no getting through this door?
No sense travelling when I'm happiest here.
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts. Was there not?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Hope to see you again.
Could you come over here? It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go. If you've no need of my guidance, by all means, lead the way.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this, eventually. You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
Tis dark out, but we mustn't let that dim our spirits.
Step